Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and now the plan is to try and finish the journey of Alexplorer through all of the zones of Azeroth. There's a little bit more to do. There's a couple of quests I still need to do, and a couple of locations still to finish, and then to the Dark Portal. Let's see if we can make this happen this session. I've got a couple of hours with which to do it. So I'm in Light's Hope Chapel, but in Eastern Plaguelands. Wow. Why does it think I'm in the Oh, this could be why it's working, why this bar is appearing. It thinks I'm in the Sanctum of Light rather than Light's Hope Chapel, which is a zone from Legion. Yeah, Sanctum of Light. It's not saying Light's Hope Chapel. It's saying Sanctum of Light. Something very weird is going on here. Anyway, what I want to do is I want to fly over to the Plaguewood Tower. So let's fly over to the Plaguewood Tower.
How are you?
So Plaguewood Tower is there. So off we go. Hopefully that bar will go away when I land. I forgot to check my mailbox. I got distracted. It's probably just stuff from the auction house, so. Interesting that you can make like 150,000 gold just playing through the classic zones. And that doesn't include everything, because I did send a fair bit of stuff off to other characters to sell. There's that Duskwing, the big mob I had to use the flare to pull down. Now, there are a couple of areas I did not visit. I didn't visit the ruins of the Scarlet Enclave. Fiona's Caravan? Oh, it's at Light's Hope Chapel. I did visit Tyr's Hand, but I didn't visit the ruins of the Scarlet Enclave. Rotberry, Disembodied Arm, Flesh Giant, Foot Scrapings, and just a little touched, which is to deliver the thing. I'll go get the materials first. There will be no mailbox here, I expect. Yeah, there's no mailbox. Let's go get the items I need. Rotberries, Disembodied Arms, and Flesh Giant Foot Scrapings. There's Rotberry bushes, so they appear as herbalism nodes, so that'll be convenient. Oh, there's a bunch. Flesh Giant Foot Scrapings come from... That's a Flesh Giant foot. There's something glowing on the ground. Disembodied arms. Arms for the poor! Spare a talon for an old ex-leper. From a life story? Be a disembodied arm. Oh, they pop up out of the ground, but... Ew. That's a little creepy. They don't remain popping up out of the ground, so they appear and disappear. There's one there. There's a couple up here, in fact. Yeah, great, thanks.
Congratulations.
All the items I needed. Do-do, 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 do.
Speak quickly.
You got the stuff.
Farewell.
I love the smell of fresh foot scrapings. Don't you? If we're going to find a cure to the plague, we need to get creative with our ingredients. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to work.
Trust no one.
Definitely not an upgrade. I've noticed nothing has been added to my appearance log for quite a while. There is mithril in them there woods. Hello, Augustus.
Remember.
You've come to the right place, lady. No better place than Terradale. Yes, sirree, that's right. The jewel of Lordaeron. The people of Terradale, they were sick. Then they turned bad. Definitely not good times. The pigs, though, they also got sick. What did pigs do to deserve to get sick? Nothing. People I can forget about. But the bad pigs still make me sad. If you kill them, though, I might get happy.
Goodbye.
Go kill pigs. Come on, get happy. Never mind.
Our time.
I'm ready for business. What do you want? Wait, I can't open up shop without my receipt book. How am I to keep track of things without my receipt book? I must have left it in town somewhere. I had a room in the inn. The book must be there. Bring me my book. Please bring it to me. Bring me my book, and you'll see. I'll set up shop, and you'll see that my prices are insane.
Trust no one.
Egan is here. Egan gives you a quest called Egan's Blaster, or used to anyway. That was... I was about to say insane. I wonder why I've got insane on the mind.
Plagued swine.
I need to get closer.
Kill plague swine, come on, get happy. I will take all your troubles away.
Ooh.
Here, piggy, piggy, piggy.
Congratulations.
Yes, I feel like being congratulated. You ought to be congratulated.
I need a target.
Where do you think his receipt book might be? It would make sense for it to be behind the counter, but it's not behind the counter. I can't remove curses. I get the feeling I'm going to be doing Strat Home with a curse. Stupid curses. Foiled again! What was... Oh, that was an overstuffed golem. I think I found his receipt book.
Congratulations.
Hey, Augustus! Pig, pig, piggy, pig, pig, pig.
Hello.
I see them. Can you, the little pig spirits, on their way to the great sty in the sky?
Beware the living.
Do you have my receipt book? I can't wait to get back to business.
Victory for
There it is! And oh my, I forgot how full it was. This is a glorious day, Alexplorer. Stupendous, insanely good, I say.
trust no one. This had better be good.
And now he will sell me stuff. He sells mushrooms.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Egan doesn't have a quest. Wow. I think this is it, apart from going into Stratholme. So, Plague Lands do not control Stratholme. Annals of the Silver Hand in Stratholme, and Rattlegore Slain, which is in Scholarmance. So I need to do Scholarmance as well. Again as well. But first, I should do Stratholme. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go into one of the most famous cities in all of Warcraft. That's right. It is time to approach the great city of Stratholme. I will be back here. Not just... I'll probably run this again. I may do a stream in future where I do all of the classic dungeons. But beyond that, there's the concept of there is more than one dungeon set in Stratholme. Do I want to... Yeah, I probably should get to Stratholme through the Terrorweb Tunnel. Actually, let's see if I can bypass it. Because going through there will mean fighting all of the crypt crawler things. Sister City of Stormwind. Ladies and gentlemen, I should approach it from the bridge so you can see what it's like. So, city behind me, you can't see a thing. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The great sister city of Stormwind, Stratholme. Fallen when Arthas came and did bad things. But let's go into the main entrance of Stratholme. Beautiful dungeon, this one. There's a lot to do in here. So, first of all, city under siege. What a relief it is to see an able-bodied soldier that's on our side. There's plenty for you to do around here, human.
Good.
Men as far as Kultila spoke of the legendary Ezra Grimm's premium tobacco. It was a delicacy enjoyed by every single person of importance that visited Stratholme. King Tyrannus, Uther the Lightbringer, High Lord Fondring, yes, they all enjoyed Grimm's specialty. Sadly, Ezra stayed in his shop when Stratholme was invaded, swearing on his life that the scourge would never touch his tobacco. Venture forth and see if even one bit remains here. It is worth its weight in gold, I assure you.
Watch your back.
The Brotherhood of the Light transcends the ability of any other group to eradicate efforts to the light. The Brotherhood of the Light transcends the ability of any other group to eradicate affronts to the light. We will take any actions necessary to rid the world of foul beasts like these undead. Nothing will stand in its way. Are you with us or against us? With the fall of the Scarlet Crusade, the disguised demon leader, Belnazar, released the possessed body of Grand Crusader Darthor and went on a rampage, killing every remaining crusader here. He then used his necromantic power to raise them as vile undead slaves. Belnazar reversed to his new army as the Risen. We cannot let him grow this army. They're extremely powerful, and unlike Arthas's scourge, Belnazar will not hold his forces back. Kill him while we still have a chance, Paladin. Inside the Scarlet Bastion is a painting of great personal value to High Lord Tyrion Fordring. Search for a painting of twin moons. Chip away at the paint until you uncover the master's work of love and family. May the light guide your actions. Please handle the painting with the utmost care. Where Market Row meets Festival Lane, you will encounter the Unforgiven. If you slay the entirety of Crusader Square, you will coax out Timmy the Cruel. Both these former champions committed heinous acts against innocents here in the name of gaining unholy power. You must destroy both of them and rid Stratholme of their foul presence. Take caution. They were powerful fighters in life, and their new dark powers will only have made them even more deadly.
How are you?
Look, I'm not about to play games with you. The Scarlet Crusade's Crimson Hammersmith was nothing worth mentioning before, but now that their Belnazar's risen, damn Dreadlord has taught them to make all sorts of powerful demonic weaponry. It's simple. Find their blacksmithing plans and kill the risen Hammersmith when he comes for them, so we can make sure their army doesn't get their hands on demon armaments. They're powerful enough as it is.
Off with you.
Okay. This was a dungeon. This was a dungeon that used to take a very long, well, quite a long time. There were some serious tricks to this place. Including, through here there would be crates like this. No, there would be crates that where you could get Stratholme holy water, which was used for various purposes. It could be used for taking down undead, and it would be used for some quests. Seems like it seems to have despawned. I did come in here and get Stratholme holy water earlier, but I was on a quest that needed it. So it's possible that it's not gettable if you're not on a quest that needs it anymore. No, maybe there is some, like over there, supply crate. That's what holds them. School is a rare spawn. Cool. School's ghastly touch. School's cold embrace. School's fingerbone claws. School's ghastly touch was not listed there. It was a wand. Cool. I like it. Here is the Stratholme Courier. So there was... This is how you would get the postmaster boss, by raiding the mailbox. Here's the tobacco, which would summon Ezra Grimm. And there's the tobacco.
Congratulations.
And here's a supply crate, which probably has Stratholme holy water in it. Now, in this, you'll notice there's a whole bunch of stuff. I think you've got to get the postmaster, you have to open all of the mailboxes. Been a while since I've done a full clear of this dungeon. We can go around. So if you go through this gate, it traps you. So the group would need to sort of come in here together, because when you walk through, the gate comes down. So if someone went through here early, I mean, the plague rats aren't much of a threat now, but you could get swamped. And if sort of the tank ran through, or if someone was trying to get ahead, they'd get trapped, and it could be a real problem. There's Heartsinger Foreston, who can spawn there or in a couple of other locations. He would drop an item that is now a toy. Now, I believe this dungeon has changed a little bit.
It's too far away.
Because Timmy the Cruel didn't used to spawn automatically. Mage Flame Cloak. Timmy the Cruel didn't used to spawn automatically. To get Timmy the Cruel to spawn, you used to go into the next courtyard and clear all the mobs. And when you cleared all the mobs, that would cause Timmy to spawn. And here we go into the Scarlet Bastion. This area is why this side was called Strat Live, because this was the part where there were living mobs in Stratholme. Although they don't appear to be living now, do they? But this side, the mobs used to be alive, and it was called Strat Live. There's Commander Malor, who is now dead. This is the way down into the weapon basement. So this is where they wanted me to get the blacksmithing plan. Here they is. And here comes the blacksmith, who is now dead. And there used to possibly be a rare spawn down here as well, I think. It's not showing it on this map though, but I think there used to be a rare spawn down here. And here is the Cannon Master.
Fire!
Mantle of the Scarlet Crusade. Nice. And I got the Cannonball Runner trinket. Your attacks have a chance to summon a cannon for 10 seconds. I don't need it, but it was always a fun trinket. I am not going to keep it. Lockboxes. I'm still getting lockboxes. I got a righteous orb. And there's the Annals of the Silver Hand. And there is the painting of love and family. And here is Balnazar. Can Balnazar drop anything that is going to be interesting loot? Book of the Dead would be an interesting offhand. The Demon Shear. Interesting looking sword. Crown of Tyranny. Apart from that, not really. The Book of the Dead would be the main one. Got the Grand Crown of Tyranny. The Dreadlord Balnazar. It's good we stopped Balnazar now. Before long, his army would have overtaken all of Stratholme, giving him a powerful centre for his new unholy empire. The painting, Alexplorer. Do you have the painting? Master Fordring will be glad beyond measure to see this painting again.
What's on your mind?
Did you find any?
Be good.
Truly, you have uncovered the snuff of legend. Snuff of legends. That's great. It is nearly impossible to place a value on this historical tobacco. Here, have a few coins.
Watch your back. You got my attention.
Nicely done, lad. Without them new weapons, they're just as easy to kill as they were when they were alive.
Be good.
And now I fight my way out to do the rest of Stratholme. Because normally mobs would appear and you'd have to fight them. Things have changed. So it's mostly similar. But things have changed a little. Oh, Dathoran's mace. It's a terrible mace. I assume that was a quest reward I got that upgraded. Yes, it was. Okay. Nice. Argent Crusaders everywhere. Hope that hasn't interrupted the rest of the dungeon. Wish I could mount in here. Particularly using Rivendare's Death Charger. You know, that would make sense, right? Because this is the dungeon where that drops from. At like a 1% drop rate. It is rare. Here's another post box. As I go through here, I should get ambushed by the Unforgiven, which is one of the bosses I need to kill. Who dropped Gauntlets of Purged Sanity as an item I did not have previously. They actually match what I'm wearing quite well. Stratholm Holy Water. It is soulbound. I do not need more of it. There is the Festival Lane post box. There's the postmaster. I got Mellow and Slam. No tampering with the mail. So, Stratholm comes in two halves. Strat Live, which I have now wiped out. And I could go hand in the Retribution quest? I could go... Yeah, let's go do that. And then there's Strat Dead, the other half, the Gauntlet. This is Strat Dead. And you can either come in through the back door, or you can go through here, and that will take you into Strat Dead, which is the way I'm planning on doing it. And that used to be the most common way to do it, unless you had the key, which I don't think I've got. No, the key would come from Strat Dead. So the first time you did it, you'd have to come through here. And you would come through here and you would do Strat Dead, and then you would get the key to Strat Home, and then you could bypass this entrance and come in through the back way. Very cool way of doing it. I quite like that as a concept. Do I want to zone out and vendor some of this stuff? It's tempting. You may have this suitable reward. I found it nestled in the armor of one of the Scourge here. You only gave me coin. But if I zone out here, I can summon my vendor mount. And then sell all the junk. Sell all the weapons. Sell all the armor. And then zone back in. Oh, Nimmo was a vendor. I didn't need to zone out. Okay, I missed that. And then ahead right here is the back door, or is the front door into the Gauntlet part of Stratholm. And ahead is the chapel. this little chapel here where you can get all of the quests. And there's also a quest here, apparently.
Here there.
Liquid gold. As the scourge swept through Stratholme like a plague. Actually, can I open this door?
Watch your back.
Yes, I can.
Talk to me.
As the scourge swept through Stratholme like a plague, the Knights of the Silver Hand manufactured holy water to use against the invaders. They stored it inside small crates along with other vital supplies and distributed them throughout the city. Unfortunately, the citizens turned into scourge reinforcements before the supplies could ever be used. These supply crates will prove extremely useful to our efforts. Bring me a vial of Stratholme holy water. We need to have it replicated in mass quantities.
Congratulations.
Watch your back.
Excellent. I think the holy water will prove devastating in large volumes. Didn't know I needed it when I picked it up earlier, but I'm cool with it. And there's a bunch of quests in here.
Need help?
The Scourge have some sort of ward in place that's preventing me from opening a portal so that our reinforcements can help us take the city. It's like a never-ending screaming inside my head. I'm doing all I can to retain my sanity from that noise with this barrier. My best guess is that the Banshees are maintaining the defense. If you could bring me some of their essences, I think I can use them to counteract the ward and get our boys in here.
Farewell.
Bring the boys back home. Deep within you will find Ramstein the Gorger. Cannot bear to tell you the atrocities this monster has committed. Know only this. He deserves to feel the full wrath of countless lost souls. A wrath you will bring upon him. Have no mercy. Be unwavering in your fury. Slaughter Ramstein the Gorger. Slaughter.
For the Alliance.
This chapel is the last light amongst so much darkness. Raz Frostwhisper took his own life in the slaughterhouse, carving his face into a macabre smile in front of the Lich King, who raised him into the Lich who now haunts Scholomance. The ground where that atrocity occurred is now Scourge holy ground, blessed by the Lich King with the very darkest magic. Lord Aureus Rivendare, new ruler of Stratholme, now guards it and continues his master's evil work. Slay him without pause. Kill Lord Aureus Rivendare. He has fallen too far to be left standing.
How are you?
The Scourge are adept at forging powerful armaments for their soldiers, making it difficult for our men to kill them. There are blacksmithing plans near the Baroness Anastari's ziggurat that their chief swordsmith plans to use for an extremely powerful weapon for Lord Aureus. We're going to prevent that weapon from being made and stop their regular arms flow with one blow. Go take the plans and kill the Blackguard swordsmith when he comes to defend him, and it'll make our mission much easier.
Off with you.
I'm out of range.
Here we go into the depths of Stratholme. In order to open the gates at the end of Stratholme, and I kind of know this already, you have to purge the wards from all of the ziggurats. So there's a ziggurat here, there's a ziggurat here, and a ziggurat here. You need to open all of those before the gates to the slaughter square will open. So, need to do all of them. That's the way it goes. Don't need to kill everything, but I'm doing it because it's kind of the first run through. That's what you do. I can go through the back door, but I won't. So you kill Nerbekeng. And that opens the door to the ziggurat. Wow, both of those were. New, kind of ugly. I'm going to say no, but what am I wearing on my legs? Don't even know where they came from. But when you kill all of these acolytes, one of the Ashari crystals has been destroyed. Slay the intruders. That means that the ward has been lowered. And I've got to do that for all of the ziggurats. I had to do a speed run of this where I had to do the entire instance of Strat Dead in 5 minutes. And it didn't even start when I came into Strat Dead. It started when I did an event back here in Crusaders Square. So what I did is I came in here with Felinae, and she waited at the entrance to Strat Dead. I triggered the start of the event. She then went and started clearing the ziggurats, and she was powerful enough to clear it before I even got this far. We skipped all of the mobs, or at least we didn't kill them. We didn't need to. They weren't aggroing on us because I was on a higher level toon. She was on a level 80 toon, which was like raid gear for level 80. Yeah, and we did it in 5 minutes, even with all the RP that happens, which you will see in a moment. There's the swordsmith. That's now done. There's a crypt crawler. There's a screecher. And up here is Baroness Anastari. Fancy's touch the gloves, and then I wipe out this ziggurat. There used to be a quest early on, which I think you had to do to attune to Naxxramas. Oh no, it was part of the tier 1.5 set where you had to do a full run of this in 30 minutes. But it had to be done at level. The 5 minute now to unlock Naxxramas assumes that you're doing it like as a massively overpowered character. But 30 minutes at level, this was quite tricky. You needed a group that was pretty good to do all of it in 30 minutes. Because as you can see, there's a lot of trash and a lot of patrols and everything here. And none of these were one-shots. All of these were... And you had to do all the ziggurats. You're not paying attention to the people who are worshipping you, are you? Lord Arius Rivendare says, the Ashari crystals have been destroyed. The slaughterhouse is vulnerable. That's because I've now done all of the ziggurats and they're all open. Wailing Banshee. So you could come through from to here, from Nerebekan through here. But I'd still have to have gone back to get to Baroness Anastari to do all the ziggurats, so, you know.
I need a target.
There's Magistrate Baritholus. Didn't drop anything I didn't already have. And now this is the area that got opened by clearing all of the ziggurats. So in here, you kill all the venom belchers. They will often spawn adds, which is another thing that made this tricky. Because you have to kill all of these mobs. And these were quite tricky. Like, these would be quite tricky. And some of them would spawn these little bile slimes. So those needed to be AoE'd down. And it was like, oh my lord, these mobs, these packs could be...
I need to get...
So remember, this whole thing had to be done in 30 minutes at level in order to unlock tier 1.5 or to get do your tier 1.5 quest. One of the things I hate is tier 1.5 appearances have not been re-added to the game in their full way. And I did the quest on 2 toons and lost it. So then Ramstein the Gorger comes out, and you kill Ramstein the Gorger. Again, quite a tricky little fight. And then once Ramstein the Gorger comes out, this gate opens, and you've got to kill all of these mobs. And once all of these are dead, then you'll get another event out of the gate, which will open the door to the final boss. And all of this happening on a timer. Man, it could be tricky and slow. That then opens the door, and the guards will come out. Here they are. And killing them has opened the door to Baron Rivendare, which is the final boss, and killing him is what was needed.
Congratulations.
And that is Stratholm. A dungeon that you would run quite a lot, because that is the dungeon that that's the boss that drops Rivendare's Death Charger, which is the only skeletal mount available for Alliance characters. Stratholm will become a paragon of all that is good in this world. You have my thanks for your part in this mission.
Talk to me.
Great. With a steady flow of weapons, we'll win through attrition.
Watch your back.
You need something?
I respect the power you demonstrated in killing Ramstein. With proper rage backing your actions, I think even the Scourge can know fear.
Have a good one.
Hey there.
Were you able to obtain the essences? Be careful, they're deadly spellcasters. Yes, you've got your portal open.
Safe travels.
Oh my, the Banshees are very tortured souls indeed. Merely holding their essence is emotionally painful. Enough of that for now. I'll get to work on countering their magic. Then we'll be able to portal have a portal up and running in no time. I noticed. Stratholm will be ours soon. I just
See you
know
around.
it. Unfortunately, the only way out of here is to either run back through or Hearth. I want to go to Light's Hope Chapel. It's a long flight. I think I'm going to run back through. So that's Stratholm in its original format. Really, really important dungeon. And one of the absolute masterpieces of WoW. Just a glorious dungeon. And just, oh no, okay. I forgot this was another trap point. Just a glorious dungeon, and one of the ones that you, I mean, as a healer, I probably, back in vanilla, I probably ran this 50 or 60 times on Bremic. Really just a wonderful dungeon. I mean, as a priest healer, it was always good because when I needed crowd control, priests had Shackle Undead. So it wasn't often in a dungeon that priests could bring crowd control. Now, I do need to do a Scholarman run for this Rattlegore slain. Hopefully I can do that in the original version of Schollo. Then I've got a couple of little quests to do. Hopefully I can go out through the back door. Yep, the lever is there to open the door. Although, apparently this entrance can just be opened now. So if I ride to North Pass Tower, I can then fly to Light's Hope Chapel, where I have this hand in. I've been looking forward to doing Stratholme, I really had. It's such a good instance. So that's Stratholme done.
What's on your mind? Very good.
Once I hand this quest in, I'm basically done in Eastern Plaguelands, I believe. I do have this quest to hand in Anchorage. I'm going to dump that. I'm going to put that in the bank. I'll hand that in later. Let's talk to the quartermaster. Actually, he's a buck and a quarter quartermaster, but he's not telling us that.
Off with you.
There's the key to the city, which I don't think I need. I'm going to get rid of it. If I go back, I'll probably do the same run as I did last time. And somewhere, oh, it's the hand in is around the back.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Have you recovered any of the lost histories of the Silver Hand?
For the Alliance.
This is indeed one of the lost volumes. Tyrosus will be most pleased when he learns
Light
of your
bless you.
find. Oh, there's more
Need
questing.
Go with honor, friend.
Do you know who the Knights of the Silver Hand were? They were the original Paladins of the Light. What? I've already done that. I've already done this quest.
For the Alliance.
I just did this quest. I just handed it in. Okay, so that's a repeatable quest. So I'm assuming the Rattlegore quest is the same. So I'm actually going to abandon that quest. And I'm not going to do it because I've already done a Schollo. And I'm not really after the Argent Dawn rep on this character. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call all of that done. I am now going to Hearth to Stormwind. Hello, double shot? Oh, yeah, double shot. Wow, I have been very unlucky with my auctions. No way, but whatever. I'm just after a quick sale rather than a good sale. Okay.
What are you looking for? See you later.
Okay. The guild is banktastic. I should see if I could get AH mules back off the ground. I need to get these lockboxes opened.
Go with honor, friend. What can I do for you? Light bless you. Light be with you. Be careful.
None of those are the quests I want to do. I do have a quest to hand in the Badlands. Secrets of the Anchorage, I'm going to abandon. I can pick it up again. That's the one from this item, which I'm going to put in the bank. And I will try and remember to do that at some point in the future. So character bank, and I'm going to put it... Oh, no, I wanted to do this.
Light bless you.
So there's a couple of things I want to do before I leave. I do want to go to Badlands. Actually, I might just do this by flying. Because I've now done all of the zones that I wanted to do. So...
Congratulations.
It's very tempting to just show off dragon riding, you know. No, I'm not using dragon riding on this turn. Hello, Kitten Swarm. Welcome. So I've just got a couple of little quests I want to finish off. And then the real fun. Well, this has been a lot of fun. But then this series will finish and I'll be starting a new one. And that does mean that when I get to it, I will be ending this stream and probably starting a new one straight away. Well, I'll take a couple of minute break to stretch my legs and stuff. But I've got a few minutes left to do. Interesting that there was no quests at Flamecrest. No, Lore Master makes sense. But I get the feeling Alexplorer is about to start making a lot less money.
Yo! Keep it real.
Yeah, what do you want?
Quality explosions. Oh well, let's head back to Stormwind. I've done that hand in. Then I will go do the Fellwood quest. Those two are quests that I do not know about. So to do the Fellwood quest, I think the easiest way to do this so I've done all of this. So what is it? 43 sessions where I've explored all of the vanilla zones and done all of the questing and everything, pretty much all on the ground maps. Now, I am going to use a Hippogriff Master to get me close to where I need to point. So I'm going to fly to Wild Heart Point. But I did all of these zones. I did all of the starting zones and everything. It was really, really cool. I'm really happy to... no, there's a couple of things I haven't done yet. So I'm so close to being done that I'm not doing Naxxramas. And I didn't do Ragefire Chasm because I wasn't going to go into Orgrimmar. But I think I'm going to do this again in a year or two. I will probably do this again on a Horde character. I think that will be fun. Hey, Chip. Now, it's possible, well, we'll find out. We'll talk about that when I start the next series. But this should be the final session in this series, unless something goes horribly wrong. Now, I never got my fishing up. Oh, I was going to get my mining up as well. I will be able to do that. I never did get my fishing up. It's tracking outland fishing. I don't want to track outland fishing. I never did get my fishing up, but I'm not so stressed about fishing. How are you getting me there? Are you going to take me via Orbadine now? Please tell me you're going up now. This is crazy. Okay, it seems to be going up now. And I did get my cooking close. Classic cooking, 280. So there's my jars. There was an empty cursed ooze jar, untainted ooze jar. There's cursed oozes.
I need a target.
I do want to go into, this is Argent Crusade. I do want to go into Argent Crusade and stop tracking it. There's the cursed ooze.
I can't attack that.
Oh, it didn't work. I must have interrupted it with like a fraction of a second to go. The way questing is done with flying. Don't look around, just fly straight to the very next thing you need. And now, I pretty much have to hearth to Stormwind and then fly to Ironforge. I don't think I've got a portal, convenient portal to Ironforge on this character.
Congratulations.
So, three more things to do after this, after handing this in. This has been an amazing journey, doing all of the quest zones, all of the dungeons, all of the raids. This has been so much fun. When I started this, I I wasn't sure exactly, like I didn't think I'd do all the voice acting and everything. I thought I'd just play through it and all, but I've really enjoyed the way this is developed. I wasn't sure. I thought I would limit myself to ground mounts, but I wasn't sure how much I would. I'm really happy with my decision to limit myself to ground mounts as much as I did. Like, just wrapping up these last couple of quests, there'll be a few that I didn't find. There'll be quite a few I didn't find. There's probably like 100 or so quests that I did not do. And that's fine. Like, that's completely fine.
Hey.
Some of the experiments I've done are fascinating. I think with a little more work, I'll be able to figure out the nature of these creatures and how they play into how life developed on Azeroth. If they even have anything to do with it to begin with. One of my biggest theories that isn't well liked is the idea that oozes and slimes are tied to the creation of this planet, almost like they are a secretion of it. But I can't prove or disprove it until I get more samples.
Right.
Amazing results, Alexplorer. You got close enough to take a sample of the corrupted things and managed to look no worse for wear. Thank you. Oh, these samples will be perfect. I can't wait to start testing on them. If I'm right, I could be one of the Explorers League's greatest scientists. That'll prove to all the dwarves that it wasn't a mistake to allow us gnomes into Ironforge after the Gnomrigan incident.
You have a great day now.
Oh no, another quest.
Interesting.
I don't even know what this means. Please don't be along.
Salutations.
Oh no. I'm going to need more samples, Alexplorer, but I don't know how to put this. Gonna have to be pure samples. I know. What does pure mean, Laris? I'm not sure. I do know that these are corrupt just like Felwood, which means that my realization is important. The oozes seem to adapt to take on the aspects of the area they're in. We need to find samples that haven't been polluted. But where? Bah, Alexplorer, just take his in case you find any on your own. I will do this quest later. No, thank you, Ignition. I will put that in the later bucket. I know. This is just a little side quest, and I really want to get on with what's next. I know, I said I was going to do everything, but I've done all the zone main quests, and that's what's important to me. So the next destination is actually all the way down in Booty Bay. I've definitely been doing it for some of them. It's been such a wonderful feeling to play through all of these stories again, and now to know that there's more to come. Like, this is just part one. It's absolutely crazy. At some point, I'm going to want to take a break from WoW and then go back and play some other games. Absolutely. But this has been just amazing. I've enjoyed this so much. Just look how beautiful Stormwind is. What a city. And yes, there's a lot of areas of Stormwind I didn't really go into. That was a deliberate choice because I was kind of reliving a lot of the vanilla stuff. When I come back for Cataclysm, See, I lowered this. I keep lowering this, mostly to get ground clutter down. And it never saves the setting. So there's the Sorrow Hill Graveyard. Spent a fair bit of time questing in there. Over there is Westfall, which I did in the first couple of sessions. I think I did Westfall mostly in the first session, actually. And down there, in the center of the screen, is Nessingwary's camp. Entering into Northern Stranglethorn now. There's the Troll City, where in Classic you used to have to get the 4 tablets. I think I had to get 1 in this version of the game. Different Troll Cities around Northern Stranglethorn. Over there is Zul'Gurub, which I could not do as much as I wanted to. There's the Venture Co camp around Lake Nefertiti, I think it is. Flying over a horde town, never good. In Classic, this big area does not exist. This is part of what was done to the world during Cataclysm, the big sundering. Which, because I was not flying, I did not fly over and therefore did not discover until now. Gurubashi Arena, which I have almost no interest in. But I did all of these areas and locations questing on the ground. And as you can see, these are areas where I did all of the exploration and stuff. But you can see flying over them, they look like nothing. Now, can I actually... these are level question mark mobs. This could be a problem. Because apparently on this island, somewhere, I assume it's not in here, is the next part of the second booster part. So it's one of the booster parts. But I'm not seeing it. I was told it was on this island. Okay, let's see if I can look this up. Oh, it's a Jaguaro Isle. Oh, maybe I can't do this. Okay, apparently I can't do this. Nope, can't do this. Moving on. Came down to Booty Bay for no reason. that was... Sorry, everyone. So this item, which are the booster parts from the Secrets of Azeroth, apparently I don't have access to the area to do part of it, so that can go there. Now, I do want to, however, take that with me if I can.
Have a good one.
And then I'm flying to do a zone tour. So that was a bit of a diversion I did not need to do. Oh well. But you get what I mean by flying over the zones. Like down here was all the troll areas and the little hill areas where I did all the farming and sort of the troll villages and everything and the different camps and everything. And if you fly over, so if you fly over until you're in the map location and then just land directly on top of the mob you need, you miss the shape of the world and the way it all hangs together. Now, if you're flying, you do get to see some areas that you don't get to see otherwise. And I'm not going to do a tour of Zul'Gurub because while Zul'Gurub is... You can go into Zul'Gurub, and I did a little bit of a tour with one of the quests where I had to go in as a mind vision thing. While you can sort of fly over and land inside an empty Zul'Gurub, I don't want to do that because I'll get to Zul'Gurub when I get to, I think it's Cataclysm. And then I will come back and do Zul'Gurub then. But yes, Zul'Gurub was a classic instance, but the classic instance version of Zul'Gurub is gone. So where I'm heading is just here. Is there a way of putting a waypoint? Yeah, I can do that. Although it doesn't actually put a waypoint on my map. I thought it did. Because where I'm coming into, which is an area I've ridden through a few times, is what I need to do is I need to do a tour of the last zone that I haven't been through that did exist in Classic, Deadwind Pass. And if you come into Deadwind Pass, there are these mobs down to the south. Now you can see these Sky Shadows. These are level 31. So these are higher level than a lot of the mobs that I've been facing. And there's multiple ways through Deadwind Pass. It's like, why is Deadwind Pass so weird? There are no quests in Deadwind Pass. There used to be a couple, but they got removed. Why is Deadwind Pass so weird? Well, it's because what's in Deadwind Pass, and I will be back here soon. But there is a very important World of Warcraft location in Deadwind Pass. One that if you've seen the Warcraft movie, might mean something to you. As we travel through Deadwind Pass, we come around and we see this. The Tower of Karazhan. Yes, Karazhan. One of the most incredible places in all of World of Warcraft. As I said, there's an ogre camp here. What level are these? There's only level 30, that's fine. So the Deadwind Ogres. Again, not part of any quest that I'm aware of. That still exists. There used, as I said, there used to be a couple. And Karazhan is another instance that has been redone. But you would come down here. And you would see the Tower of Karazhan. And there's two ways into Karazhan. First of all, there's the main entrance to Karazhan here.
Hello.
And this vendor probably won't sell me anything because you need to be have Kirin Tor rep, which I did grind a lot early
See
on.
you around. You need something?
Thought he used to. Oh, he no. The repair. There are repairers available in other locations.
Have a good one.
But if you travel up here, and you can get up here by climbing the tower inside, there is an instance entrance there. And the side entrance, which used to take you into the main dungeon of Karazhan halfway up, now takes you into a different version of Karazhan. Which is called Karazhan Spire or something. And yeah, there's all of these, like, look at the level on these things. These things would just demolish me. Like, these are all level 34. So these are my level. Karazhan is not a comfortable place to be. And around the back of Karazhan, there is the Karazhan Chapel. There is a pet master here, of course, which is an important one. What, no, I'm not going to... I'm not going to try and load up the team. And then down here, there was the Karazhan Crypts, which have been opened? They've opened up the Karazhan Crypts? When did they do this? So this used to be a location you could not enter. And to get into the Karazhan Crypts, you would need to basically corpse die at the gate and then resurrect on the other side of the gate. This was a location that existed in vanilla, but you couldn't get in here. I wonder if this is part of a quest. And this place was huge. And there was a location at the back of the Karazhan Crypts. I haven't been in here in 20 years. I don't remember how to get to it. I think it's this room here. Yeah, I don't know how to get to it. But there was a hidden location you could get to, which was a... Wow, they've opened up the Karazhan Crypts. That's weird. And all of these doors and stuff used to exist. I was like, why are these here? Because it used to be a place you just could not get to. I don't remember how to get down to where the deep area was. Well, this seems to be going down, doesn't it? So the crypts underneath Karazhan are open. Oh, that's right. I think they added a quest to come down here. In Cataclysm. And then there was a room through here which I think was called the Hall of Upside Down Sinners, yeah. And all of these bodies down here that have been left upside down and drowned. What is all this? And then the Slough of Despair. Dirt Cake Celebration Crate. What the heck?
Congratulations.
Though unearthed and dusted off, this crate still smells of death. Regardless, Alex would likely appreciate the supplies returned. Oh, yeah, great. I can't get to Alex. So I am going to... Isn't this place insane? Oh, that's right. I think you had to come in here with... Like, look at all these hidden rooms and stuff. Like, here's another hidden room underneath Karazhan. Isn't this just insane? And this existed in the base game, but you could not get up here. You could not get in here without dying and getting through the gate. I'm not sure if the fastest way out now is to run or if I half back to Stormwind. I think from here I'm going to half back to Stormwind. But this... Isn't this just crazy? That this place just exists and was never used really for anything. I'm glad they've opened it up. Oh no, I haven't finished exploring. Yeah, let's get out. Let's try and get out. Hopefully I can do that. But there were so many places in the original Vanilla WoW which were never completed. And you would think they would come back and do it. And this is what people want Classic Plus to be. Them to come back and complete the areas that were never completed. But... I found my way into another dead-end room. Like, this has to have been originally planned to be a dungeon. Look at the size of it. Wouldn't this have made an amazing dungeon? But never happened. I did explore this in vanilla by, I remember doing it on my rogue, where I stealthed up to the gate, unstealthed so the mobs would kill me, and then, when I rezzed, I rezzed on the other side of the door. Isn't that just a beautiful little area? And as I said, down here, that gate used to be down. So you'd have to get to here, pull a mob down to here, die down here, and then corpse res on the other side of the gate in order to get down there. And then to get out, you'd have to half. There was no other way out. So that's Karazhan. And then, as I said, you come down here, and I remember when they released the Burning Crusade patch, this area was filled with undead mobs, different to these ones. There were like spectre ghosts down here, and we came down here with several members of our raid group, and we would kill those ghosts, and they actually had a chance of dropping Burning Crusade items, just low-level Burning Crusade items. Even though Burning Crusade wasn't out yet, because those mobs were officially Burning Crusade mobs, but they were like level 63 and 64, and we were only level 60, and it wasn't possible to get XP yet, so it was a lot of fun. So this is the other path down there. Now, if you go down here, there's the river that you can fall into, and if you fall into the river, it can be quite tricky to get out. You have to get to one end and then climb out and climb up a long path. But this is basically the path, and then this is the path that takes you into Swamp of Sorrows. This is Deadwind Pass, and that's how Deadwind Pass works. So the main reason for Deadwind Pass to exist was Karazhan, and Karazhan was always there, but no one knew what Karazhan was until Burning Crusade came out. And we will talk more about Karazhan soon. So the only thing left for me to try and do is to, and I think I'm on the right version of,
Well met.
nope, don't want to be in the present. I want to be in the old version. Oh, actually, no, I do want to switch back to the present for a short period of time.
Light bless.
Because the present version of this is the version that has rich thorium veins, because I do want to spend some time flying around to try and get my mining up. Actually, I might have been able to do it in the past if I was in this area. So I may have made a mistake here. So, yeah, I probably could have done it in the past. Not pointy. I need 5 points. This is how farming works on a character who's flying. Not pointy. Not pointy. I'm not going to be able to pull this off, am I? Not pointy. Okay, why have it's phasing? Yay, phasing difficulties. Yeah, I'm not getting points. Can they even give me points? I should have checked. Okay, let's go back to the past. Well, let's do a little bit of circuiting and see if I am getting... Yeah, see how the dark portal changed from green to red? I want the green version of the dark portal. Yeah, these are all small thorium. So even being in the present, it's got the wrong version of thorium in it. Do I give up with maxing out my mining and learning the book? I do want to be able to learn enchanted element, the smelt elementium bar. I went and got it deliberately.
Safe travels.
Actually, I know where I can probably get some. I should mine these to cause them to respawn as rich. It's the admin at the end of the streams. The rich is just around the corner.
I need to get closer.
Not pointy. They've made getting to 300 really hard now. Like really, really hard. Getting to 300 herbalism was easy. Getting to 300 mining is diabolical. I need to be lucky with like 5 mines in a row to get this done. I didn't even check whether that was viable. Oh, man. When it takes just as long to skill your mining the last 10 points as it does to do the quests in an entire zone while reading them out and doing everything, you know there's a problem. Oh god, how do you get to 300? Rich thorium is great. Okay, I don't know how you get to 300. It doesn't seem to be possible to get to 300 anymore. Oh well, I can't get to 300 doing this, so I don't know how you do it. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to send all of this stuff to Harmonize for selling. Harmonize being my my mage. I'm going to repair. I'm going to sell the armor and the junk. And now, ladies and gentlemen, because I have no idea, actually, I'm going to do this on ground. And it is time for me to pick a ground mount that is suitable for the Argent Warhorse is tempting. I want something for going into a new expansion. I'm going to end up using the tell books quite a lot, but not yet. Fellbore is very tempting. You know what? I think I'm going to use the Fellbore. And mounting on to my Death Tusk Fellbore, it is now time considering I have no idea how I'm ever supposed to learn that book. I might have to do some research to figure out how do you get mining to 300 when everything is grey. But it is now time, because there's no quest for me to pick up that I can figure out. No, not being distracted. It is now time for me to approach the Dark Portal. Something that for a very long time... See, there's one of the objects that you need for the Mimeron's booster, but that's why I thought I'd get one of the bits, but I can't do it. But here we go. And ladies and gentlemen, this was the world of Azeroth. This was the world where I started in Northshire Abbey and I journeyed through all of the zones of vanilla. But then the Dark Portal opened, and on the other side, the forces of evil were waiting for us. And you walk through the Dark Portal and you enter World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Outland. And I have no idea, because all of the quest NPCs and everything don't seem to be here. I have no idea how I'll be able to start this expansion. None. But with this standing right here, I am going to log out and I am going to end this first series of the World of Warcraft journey of Alexplorer. Thank you everyone for joining me for this. And when I log in next time, I'm going to be standing right here and looking for quests to do to take me into this new world of Outland. Having walked through the Dark Portal and I will be ready in Hellfire Peninsula, the first zone of World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade, to see just how much of it is still available to be done as raw quests. Am I going to take just a 5-minute break and then see how it starts and do a short session? Probably. Thanks, everyone, and I may see you in a few minutes. If not, I'm going to go check on some stuff. It may be tomorrow night, but we will see. Thank you, everyone, for joining me in this journey through the original vanilla quests, the original vanilla zones, and the original vanilla dungeons that still exist, and the original vanilla raids that still exist of World of Warcraft. And now the Burning Crusade waits for Alexplorer, who's seen none of this before. Thanks, everyone, and as always, good luck finding a journey that brings you meaning. See you soon, everyone. Bye.